colleague Ben Fisher from the UK, who are development partners for the Horn of Africa initiative, and distinguished delegates. Please welcome to our official opening for the Horn of Africa Initiative Validation Forum for our Peace and Social Cohesion White Paper. The chief guest has humbly requested that we do this fairly early than anticipated. And it is very usual for us because he is always on time. So we really appreciate. So please join me in appreciating the presence of our chief guest. Distinguished delegates, I think based on our official program, we will quickly take a round of introduction. Then we'll do statements by our variable speakers. Thereafter, we'll do a photo session. As guided earlier, we'll do based on the various delegations, and then we have a final one for all of us. That will be a testament that, yes, we are cohesive and therefore peaceful, even at this forum. So allow me to request and invite the distinguished delegations from our respective member states of the Horn of Africa initiative to take another quick round of introduction so that our chief guest is well apprised on who is here present and therefore take cognition of the representation of the various delegations. So allow me in an alphabetical order again to request Djibouti to take the first turn. Please welcome. Kindly let's use the mic on the table.
Bonjour tout le monde, je suis Ali Mohamed Arar, représentant la société civile djiboutienne. Merci.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Mohamed Omed Abbas, préfet de la région de Tadjoura. En anglais, c'est gouverneur de la région de Tadjoura, c'est-à-dire du nord. Je représente le nord. Merci.
Bonjour, donc moi c'est Charmake Hassan, président du conseil régional de la région d'Ali Sabié et du Sud. Et aujourd'hui, nous sommes tous, la délégation djiboutienne, et tous portent le nom de Mahmoud Ali Youssouf. Merci beaucoup.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Suleiman Mumin. My position is Secretary Interior, Secretary General of Interior. Thanks.
Good morning again. My name is Samatar Abdi Osman, Director General of CTID, who is the Technical Advisor for National Strategy for Social Cohesion in Republic of Djibouti. Happy to be there in Kenya.
A round of applause for Djibouti. Thank you very much. Our delegates from Ethiopia, please welcome.
From Ethiopia, Minister of Trade and Regional Integration, a senior advisor to the minister.
Good morning, this is Sarah. I'm from Refugee and Returning Service of Ethiopia, expert on refugee protection. I'm Sakinallah.
Good morning, I'm from Ethiopia. My name is Zainab Nasser from Ministry of Agriculture, Strategic Affairs, Team Leader. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sonna Chakol from Ethiopia. Ministry Advisors from Ministry of Peace.
Appreciate Ethiopia. Thank you very much. Next is a delegation from the Republic of Somalia.
Good morning. My name is Idris Malim Hassan, the Director General, Ministry of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, Federal Government of Somalia.
My name is Jamal Mohammed, the Director General for the Ministry of Youth and Sports of Somalia.
Good morning. My name is Liban Obsia, the National Focal Person for the Horn of Africa Initiative in Somalia.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Abdurrahman Ali Abdi, Local Government Advisor for the Ministry of Interior, Federal Affairs and Reconciliation, Republic of Somalia.
Good morning. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Qadar Abdullah, Minister of Finance, Federal Republic of Somalia, as a National Advisor for the Horn of Africa Initiative.
Thank you very much. A round of applause for Somalia. Next is our delegation from the South Sudan.
Good morning once again, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kennedy Kenyulo Diong. I'm the Secretary General of the South Sudan Manufacturers Association, and I'm here representing the private sector. Thank you.
Good morning once again. I'm by name Boris Roy Marial, Deputy Director General for Admin and Finance, Minister of Interior, Republic of South Sudan, a member of Horn of Africa Initiative. Thank you.
Good morning once again. My name is Anthony Angumuroga. I am the Director General for Administration and Finance from the National Ministry of Peace Building, here representing the Ministry of Peace Building. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Joseph Odo, the National Advisor, Horn of Africa Initiative, Minister of Finance, Republic of South Sudan.
Thank you. Round of applause for South Sudan. Thank you very much. Now back home to the delegation from the Republic of Kenya, and we'll start from this table, go right here and end at the very last. We saved you because you are the hosts.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. My name is Colin Saseka. I'm the National Advisor to the Horn of Africa Initiative. We sit at the National Treasury. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Francis Chiraine. I'm from the Ministry of Interior, National Steering Committee on Peace Building and Conflict Management. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Beverly Moss from the Executive Office of the President. I'm the Secretary, Conflict Management and Peace Building at the Directorate of National Cohesion and Values.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ngala Mwendwa from the Ministry of East African Community and Regional Development, the Republic of Kenya. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Irene Sene from the Executive Office of the President, the Delivery Unit.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Millicent Okach, National Cohesion and Integration Commission, the Director for Research and Knowledge Management.
Good morning. My name is Lydia Adhiambo. I'm representing civil society organization called Local Capacities for Peace International.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Olive Metet from the National Cohesion and Integration Commission, the head of corporate communication. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Godfrey Chesang, CEO, North Rift Economic Bloc.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Emi Auma. I work for International Alert, an international peace building organization. I head our Horn of Africa programs.
Morning, everyone. My name is Bonita Ayuko. I'm the Peace Building Technical Lead for the Reinvent program based in Kenya.
Thank you. A round of applause for Kenya. Thank you very much. Now allow us to end at this table. Please let us introduce ourselves.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Yusuf Ismail. I'm the Communications Advisor for the Riswanak project.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Galgalo Bagaro. I'm the policy lead for the Riswanak.
Hello, everybody. I'm Christopher Hockey from RUSI and the Deriswanag project as the research lead. I've just been speaking to most of you.
Good morning, everyone. Bariza Sbui. My name is Khadija Bare. I am the Gender Equality and Social Inclusion Advisor for the Riswanak.
Round of applause for that great team. Natasha, I knew you'll be the very last one because you are in a different category. Please go ahead.
So just finally to introduce, I'm Natasha Ritzkoff. I've had the pleasure of supporting the consultations to develop this paper and the action plan for the way forward. Thank you.
Appreciate Natasha. And lastly, sir, for the benefit of members, delegates, so that everybody is easy, the gentleman taking the videos and everything is our colleague from the Office of the Principal Secretary. He's called Mr. Were. And we have our secretariat team at the back, Florence and Roslyn. So we also appreciate that team. Thank you, sir. And this is Ken Ayodi. Thank you very much. So I think we now go straight into the rest of the remainder of the official program. I will extend an invitation to Mr. Sam, who is representing World Bank, who is a critical development partner for the Horn of Africa initiative, to put in a few remarks. So put your hands together to welcome Sam. Thank you. You can join us here.
Good morning again, everyone. Thanks very much for this opportunity to provide some brief opening remarks at the beginning of this important consolidation workshop of the Social Cohesion, Peace and Social Cohesion white paper. I think when we prepared collectively the Borderlands roadmap, it was very clear that peace and social cohesion was a very important area of engagement in the Borderlands. It emerged from all the national consultations, and it was very important that that additional work be done and thinking through exactly how we would tackle this important but also complex issue. And I want to commend the Kenya delegation for overall taking the lead in tackling this difficult topic. All of you for all your contributions to the paper in the last few months, and then also I think to the FCDO Deriswanang team for facilitating this process that I think continued in the spirit of how the roadmap was prepared. I think for the World Bank, personally, I come from the Social Development Department of the World Bank here in Nairobi, and social cohesion is very important for all of the reasons that were mentioned before in Christopher's presentation. It is the foundation for collective action, both at the community level, at the sort of inter-community state level, but even at the national level. It's a very important foundation for action. For development, for addressing climate change, responding to climate change, and therefore for the bank it's also, I think, a very important area of engagement, but one that I think requires us to think through concretely what we can do. To some people who are not versed in the idea and the potential interventions, it sounds a bit let's say woolly. It sounds a bit vague, right? But I think that puts the onus on us to come up with concrete actions, concrete interventions, and to explain what exactly we can do and what exactly is already being done in this area. It wasn't long ago, poverty was seen as too hard in the World Bank. Now poverty is sort of core to our mandate. And so I think there's in addition to the technical work, there's also work that we will need to do, and just continuing to build the case and being very clear about what social cohesion is and what we can do about it. And I think this paper has given us the foundations that allows you to think about social cohesion, who you need to target, what relationships at different levels, the horizontal, the vertical, the intra-community, the inter-community, etc. It also I think provides some guidance on where to focus in terms of generating shared purpose between those levels, trust, etc. So with that conceptualization, and then I think the work that the team has done in identifying interventions and lessons, I think it provides us with a good way forward. I think it'll be particularly important, and I really look forward to the discussion tomorrow morning on the action plan. I think this is going to be very, very critical, and I think it'll be important for us to be thinking about what are the sort of more policy level actions, as well as the more kind of programming level actions. And also I think, and picking up on some of the comments made before, what are the sort of short-term actions versus the more medium-term actions, and who is going to take forward these actions in our respective countries, as well as which development partners are best positioned to take forward and support. I think that's going to be important. Finally, just a comment on IDA. I think, as all of you know, the World Bank adopts a country-led approach to its investments. All decisions about how to, what to prioritize come from the countries themselves. Obviously, there's technical dialogue with the bank and other teams about some of the priorities, but fundamentally, it's a country-led approach. For IDA to support the borderlands more generally, but also this work specifically, would need to come from the countries themselves, and we're here to help you articulate that request, obviously. But we can't make any commitments, formal commitments today vis-a-vis IDA, but we can talk about how IDA could take forward some of the interventions, some of the programming, for example, that has been identified in the action plan at the sort of technical level. But I would also just emphasize, IDA is one source of financing for the Horn of Africa initiative. It's an important one, but what we can do with IDA and what we can do with World Bank financing is a bit restricted. I remember having conversations at the Nairobi workshop with some NGOs about whether or not IDA could be used for financing peace building and social cohesion work that NGOs were doing. And to be frank, it's a very difficult area. The World Bank and the IDA is best suited to programming interventions that can be delivered by government, whether that's local government, sometimes in partnership with communities. But for direct financing of civil society, it can happen around the edges, but it's generally an area that's difficult for the World Bank together with the governments to finance. But that's not to say that other development partners who are part of the Horn of Africa initiative are much better suited for that type of intervention. So as we go through the interventions, the priorities, let's think about the comparative advantage of the development partners. What is the comparative advantage of IDA? What is the comparative advantage of other development partners and the implementation modalities that they have? And let's not forget their potential contribution to this, to the action plan and taking forward the important areas that have been identified. So let me stop there and thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward to the discussions over the next 2 days, and then taking it forward to the ministerial, either this one or any subsequent ones that are identified by the Secretariat and their partners. Thank you.
Thank you. A round of applause again for Sam. Thank you, Sam, for that reassurance. Thank you very much. Now, allow me to welcome the representative of the United Kingdom, Ben Fisher, to put in his remarks. Please appreciate Ben.
Thanks a lot. So PS, senior officials from Republic of Kenya and member states of the Horn of Africa Initiative. It's really great to be here this morning, and I'm going to keep it very brief because I know everybody is looking forward to hearing the opening remarks of our chief guest, Pierre Samolo. But I'd just like to join Sam in congratulating Republic of Kenya for leading this really important process and developing the white paper in partnership with the member states, including Ethiopia, South Sudan, Somalia, and Djibouti. I think it's been a really collaborative effort. I came to the workshop that was hosted by Kenya, and it was really impressive to see how many ministries came to that event, both at a national level and also at a subnational level. We had representatives from NOREB and also from civil society. So it's really impressive to see how this piece of policy has been developed by Kenya, and then to hear about how the consultations have gone in other locations, which I think have been equally impressive. So it's been a really excellent piece of work so far. So congratulations on where we have got to thus far. I'd also just like to join Sam in recognising that social cohesion is a really critical issue for all of us. Without social cohesion, there can be no development, or it is much harder to advance development, particularly in locations such as the borderlands of the Horn of Africa, where conflict and fragility impedes our ability to make progress. So this piece of work is conceptually really important. As Sam said, people talk about social cohesion a lot, but we really define what it really means and then able to put it into practice. So I think this is a really important cornerstone as we move forward. And I also agree very much with what Sam said about action-oriented approaches to this work. So UK government has provided support so far to government of Kenya, Ethiopia and Somalia. And I know that we have other bilateral pieces of work in Djibouti and South Sudan. And we've been focused very much on trying to accelerate development and peace and security in the borderlands area. So we have a program which is called Darius Wanag, and we're around about a year and a half into that program, and I think a lot of good work has been done, and we continue to deepen our engagement with Ministry of Interior in particular, and with our partners in Ethiopia and Somalia. So action is already happening, and we are committed to ensuring that that is an enduring piece of work. We know that the challenges are not short term, so we stand ready to support you in the longer term as well. And then to pick up on the point that Sam made about IDA, so UK, as well as our bilateral programming, we see multilateralism as a really important way of achieving development. So our new government in the UK has recently announced that we are increasing our IDA contribution by 40% for IDA 21. So that means that our contribution will be £1.98 billion pounds. I'm not sure what that is in the respective shillings and other currencies, but it's quite a lot of money. So we hope that this contribution will enable and accelerate development in the borderlands, and we remain committed to working with the World Bank and with our partners across the region to support the process that Sam mentioned, in the quest for a large-scale borderlands initiative funded by IDA. So anything we can do to support that process, we are very much ready to do so. I'd just like to finish there and thank you very much and look forward to discussing with you these important issues. And we very much hope that this important white paper will be summarised at the next ministerial meeting in Addis Ababa in mid-February. And we'll have the opportunity to present the findings and the collective work that you have all put into it. Thank you very much.
Once again, let's appreciate Ben for those very good remarks. And now it is my pleasure to welcome the representative of the Principal Secretary from the National Treasury, which is the Ministry of Finance for Kenya, Dr. Ayot, to come and make the remarks. Because Ayot is actually the Horn of Africa Initiative national focal point for Kenya. Thereafter, he will be able to invite our chief guest to make his official address. Join me to welcome Dr. Ayot to the podium. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our chief guest, Principal Secretary for Interior and National Administration, allow me to read a short statement, welcoming statement from the Principal Secretary, National Treasury, who would have loved to be here with us today, but due to other engagements, is out of the country, was not able to attend. Our guest of honor, sir, the Principal Secretary for Interior and National Administration, Dr. Raymond Omolo, our delegates from member states represented here, our development partners, all protocols observed. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me take this opportunity to welcome you to this important workshop aimed at validating the social cohesion white paper. This event follows the successful stakeholder consultations conducted across the Horn of Africa member states. And Kenya is proud to have pioneered these consultations. As you can remember, we started this process, stakeholder consultations, here in Nairobi, in November on 22nd and 23rd last year. And we are proud that these consultations began in Kenya and they went on to our other member states who have also had similar consultative meetings. The social cohesion policy paper is an integral component of the broader strategy to realize the borderland roadmap. As you can all remember, the ministers of the Horn of Africa region made a deliberate step to develop and endorse the borderland roadmap. And this process, which we are in here today, is actually one of the first product of that key document. So your presence here today is a testament to your commitment to fostering social cohesion and regional cooperation. We are gathered here with a shared vision to endorse strategies that will cultivate unity and resilience across our communities. Over the course of our consultations, we have gathered invaluable insights and perspectives from diverse range of stakeholders. These insights have been instrumental in shaping the current draft of the social policy white paper, which we are going to endorse after 2 days workshop in Nairobi. Ladies and gentlemen, today's workshop is crucial as it serves as the final step in ensuring that the document reflects the collective aspirations and address the unique challenges faced by our region. I urge all participants to engage actively in the next 2 days of discussion. Your expertise and feedback are vital to refining the strategies that will ultimately guide our efforts in promoting social cohesion. As I conclude, let me extend our deepest appreciation to you, our Principal Secretary, Interior, through the State Department for Interior and National Administration, for convening and mobilizing key stakeholders to participate in this series of consultative workshops in Kenya that have led to the development of this draft. Can we give a round of applause to our PS and the team? Thank you very much. Similarly, I want to take this opportunity to thank our development partners for their unwavering support in facilitating these consultative workshops and spearheading discussion on these crucial subjects. And in this regard, I think we want to give a special thanks and appreciation to the UK government through the FCDO for sponsoring and facilitating these workshops, which have led to us gathering here with this draft today. We thank you very much. Let us also give them a round of applause. Similarly, we also want to thank World Bank and other civil society organizations who have been very, very instrumental in shaping up these discussions. Thank you once again for your dedication and participation. Together, let us work towards a harmonious and prosperous future for all members of the Horn of Africa. God bless. Thank you. And thank you very much. Now it is my distinguished honor and pleasure to invite our chief guest, Dr. Raymond Omolo, to come and give us the keynote address. Karibu sana. Yes.
Thank you, Daktari. Our distinguished guests and delegates, Ben Fisher from the UK High Commission, some from World Bank, Dr. Ayot, who is representing my PS colleague from the National Treasury, delegates from the member states. At the point of the introductions, I took note that we have Djibouti, Ethiopia, Somalia, South Sudan, and the host country, that is Kenya, representatives from the civil society as well as development partners. I want to say that good morning. Good morning once again. In Djibouti, you say bonjour. Ethiopia, salamno. And the rest of us, we just say hujambo. So it's a good morning that we are gathered here as delegates representing the member states, just to be able to conclude an exercise that began some times back last year, and that we've been able to benefit from a lot of support, not just from the member states, but also the development partners. And this is one of the greatest deliverables that at the end of tomorrow will help us in addressing the issues of peace and social cohesion within the Horn of Africa. I'm happy to note that out of the 7 countries, there's a presence of 5 delegations, with the exception of Sudan and Eritrea, if I'm not wrong, who have not been able to participate today for one reason or another. But I want to give the assurance and the commitment that the deliberations that you'll be undertaking throughout this workshop represent the interest and the opinion of all the member states that are involved in this exercise. Now, this forum presents a significant opportunity to enable us reinforce what is our collective commitment to the peaceful and accelerated development, as well as the social cohesion of the Horn of Africa region. And I think it's important that we take note of the fact that this is supposed to be an accelerated development. There's a huge gap, and that development needs to be accelerated. Now, the Horn of Africa, with its rich cultural diversity and strategic geographical importance, continues to be central to our regional peace-building efforts. Our gathering here today reaffirms our shared responsibility in addressing these unique challenges that face the borderlands of our countries. The roadmap to accelerated development of the borderlands, which forms the foundation of our discussions, has become a blueprint for transformative change in a region that has long faced insecurity, marginalization, conflict, fragility, and underdevelopment. This Peace and Social Cohesion White Paper that will be validated by the end of tomorrow is not just a document. It stands as a living testament to our collective resolve to improve the lives of the communities in the borderlands through peace, investment, and development. Ladies and gentlemen, our nations have long recognized that peace and security are the bedrock upon which all forms of progress are built. We know that the security of the Horn of Africa is deeply intertwined with the well-being of its people. Achieving sustainable development in our borderlands cannot be achieved without first addressing the underlying challenges of insecurity, conflict, and intercommunal violence. This requires the establishment of strong institutions, a vibrant economy, and communities that are empowered. Therefore, our efforts in social cohesion and peace building must extend beyond merely ending the hostilities that exist, but then they must also focus on fostering trust, cooperation, and understanding among our people, many of whom have family ties that cross our shared borders. You look at the communities that live between our nations, Kenya, Somalia, Kenya, South Sudan, Kenya, Ethiopia. You find that the borders are actually artificial, and there's a lot that we share in common, and this brings the essence of us and the need for us to continue to work together for the benefit of our communities. The white paper before us outlines a comprehensive strategy that advocates for a unified approach to governance, security, and development in the borderlands. It emphasizes the active participation of local communities in shaping their future and underscores the critical importance of regional cooperation in tackling transnational challenges such as cross-border crimes, disaster, the proliferation of small arms and light weapons, terrorism, and climate change. As we validate this white paper, let us remember that no country in this region can achieve lasting peace and development in isolation. Whether through sharing intelligence, coordinating cross-border infrastructure projects, or working together in mitigating intercommunal disputes, the value of regional collaboration cannot be overstated. And I think earlier in the week, we were just trying to look at some of the infrastructure projects that cuts across our nations. And you realize that because of our inability as member states to just agree on very basic things as where even the boundary is, we end up with a situation where for years then communities suffer because certain infrastructural projects cannot be completed. The Horn of Africa initiative, of which this white paper is a key component, presents an opportunity to strengthen our collective peace and security architecture and harmonize our development strategies. It is through such cooperation that we can secure the future of our people and also transform our borderlands, once seen as areas of neglect and vulnerability, into regions of opportunity and prosperity. Finally, allow me to thank the initiative's development partners for their invaluable support in implementing various infrastructural and socioeconomic projects within the region. I would want to mention what we are doing with the UK government. And for a number of months, some of those programs have stalled on account of differences on how best to implement some of those programs. But because of collaborations like such, we have been able to unlock a number of those engagements. I was discussing with Ben early in the morning that one of the MOUs that has been outstanding for some time is now ready for signing. And this would be able to help us fast track these interventions as we try to accelerate the development. And I also want to laud the World Bank for their commitment that in 1.5 years, a lot of things have been stuck. And as part of the validation of this white paper and the other initiatives within the broader spectrum of this cooperation and engagement, we want to appeal to the World Bank to consider accelerating even their contributions towards the achievements of this initiative. It is now my singular honor to declare that this validation forum is officially open, and I want to wish you insightful deliberations for the next 2 days. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So once again, please join me in appreciating our chief guest for that statement. I think we are heading into the photo session. I was tempted to ask chief guest through you if there is any observation, any comment from the delegations. But it appears there isn't. Thank you very much. So we can go into the group session. Allow us to request, Ayodi, please help us so that I'm guided that the group photos will be taken from here, the podium. So we move the stuff so that we have the delegations come and line up here. Where? Tuweke chini, sio? So we humbly request the delegation from the Federal Republic of Djibouti to join the chief guest at the podium. Nataka wakanyage chini. Oh, hawakuja juu. Yeah, kindly join us at the podium and appreciate Djibouti as they share this session. Okay, thank you very much. Ethiopia, kindly join the chief guest. And feel free to shake the hands of the chief guests because this is a cohesion session. So Ethiopia, please take your photo. Yes. Thank you very much. Our delegation from Somalia, kindly join the podium. Thank you. Round of applause for Somalia. South Sudan delegation, kindly join the podium. Thank you, colleagues from South Sudan. I appreciate them. And Kenyan delegation, kindly. Kenyan delegation, start walking. Kenyan delegation, you can shake the hands of the chief guests as you take your positions. Sorry. All of us, the entire delegation, please, the entire forum, we will get them, they are part of the delegation. Let's have the last, for all of us, kindly, if you don't mind, let's walk to the podium so that we take the last and the very final one. This is for everyone. Yeah. I think we go up, you won't be visible here. Thank you. So we are requesting that we take a break, health break, then we'll reconvene. Thank you. And thank you, Chief Guest.